time to share. There's a world out there looking for a friend like Jesus. It's time to share. There's a world out there. Let's tell him that he loves us so. Let's tell him that he loves us so. Kids time, kids time, kids time.
Oh, hi, boys and girls. Oh, I've been waiting such a long time, and the hands on this watch, they don't seem to move at all. I think I'm just going to give up. Have you ever waited for something important, and time goes by so slowly that you just want to give up? Well, our Bible story today tells about a whole lot of people who are waiting for something important. They didn't have watches, so they couldn't check the time as I've been doing right now. But they kept looking at the place where they had last seen someone. Their leader, the one that they had depended upon, had just disappeared. And he'd been gone for so long that they felt that he had deserted them. And you know what? They even felt that God deserted them. Now, of course, they should have known better because while human beings may, let us down from time to time, God never does. But because they lost their faith in God, they did something wrong and something very foolish. But you're going to have to wait a few more minutes to find out when you hear the story. Boys and girls, don't ever grow tired of waiting for God to do something. He always keeps his promises. Maybe not always at the time we expect, but always at the right time. I know a Bible verse that tells us that being patient, we will gain life. And that's found in Luke 21:19. And that's talking about a life that will never end, life with Jesus. So you know what? I think it's worthwhile to be patient, don't you? My grandmother always said that God never gets in a hurry, but he always gets there on time. I want a life with Jesus, don't you? Well, right now, Ranger Jim has some very interesting creatures to show us. But you know what? You're going to have to listen very carefully to this because these creatures are very, very noisy.
Ranger Jim saying, welcome to Nature Time. We're at Lion Country Safari near West Palm Beach, Florida. And look what we have today. What is this noise behind us, Sherry?
These are the Siamese gibbons, and they are very noisy.
They have extremely long arms.
That they do. They have extremely long arms because their way of getting around, which is called locomotion, is by brachiation. So they do this hand-over-hand movement, and that's what their arms are built for, so they can swing around in the trees in the forest.
And these are the ones that you see swinging from branch to branch and rhythmically just going through the woods just like you would run through the woods. And what is this sound? Is this a call, territorial?
This is a call. At times it's territorial. Right now it does not happen to be a territorial call, but typically it is. They also do it at other times of the day just to let the other animals know where they are. They do it for they live in family groups and they let the rest of the family know where they are. And if you listen really closely, there's actually two different calls going on right now. There's a male and a female. That was the male just now, and that's the female going right now. And they have different calls for different things.
I see. And is that not a baby clinging to its mother?
That is. We actually have 4 Siamese out here on this island. And this is Tina, who is the mother right here is the last one. And she does have a baby, and that baby is just a few months old.
And it baby would say, how long would it stay with its mother for?
Oh, these guys stay with their mothers for a few years. They actually live in family groups, and the family groups stay together for quite a long time. One of the reasons is that is most important. In most of the primate species, nursing and raising babies is not an instinctive behavior like it is in a lot of other species. If you have a dog or a cat and they have babies, they usually know what to do with it. But with most of the primate species, they don't. So they actually have to stay with their family group until they see other babies being raised. And then that's how they learn how to do it. We've even had to do with some of the greater apes. These are actually lesser apes. And with some of the greater apes, we've been able to show them videos and things like that of other For example, orangutans, we've been able to show them videos of other orangutans raising babies when they haven't been in a situation where they've seen an actual baby being raised.
And I have seen many times with videos, I have seen the mother with a baby, after it's 2 or 3 months old, then she will share it with aunties, okay?
Correct. They do have what's called anting behavior. And these guys they don't ant as much because they are actually in a family group, but they do pass the baby around to, especially after the first couple of months. The other ones, especially the other females, will pick up the baby and help take care of it. But considering these guys carry their babies just about 24 hours a day, then, you know,
that would be welcome relief, wouldn't it? It would be welcome relief. Well, and their diet, are they omnivorous? They
are basically omnivorous. Their main diet is fruits and vegetables and leaves, and they will eat some nuts. But they've been known to eat other animals, especially small animals. They eat bugs. They might eat a small bird, especially eggs. They really like eggs. Nice.
Now, tell me, do they live in the trees, or are they also on the land? Or what?
They live mostly in the trees. They're very arboreal, which means they live in the trees, as opposed to terrestrial, which means they walk on the ground. And the Siamangs are very arboreal and spend 99% of their time in the trees. And that's why they're built the way they're built.
How do they sleep in the trees? Do they prepare a bed there or something like that?
No, these guys do not make nests. They just sleep up. They find a nice, comfortable branch, and sometimes it'll be a couple of branches together that makes a nice little crook, and they'll sleep up in there.
Just get very comfortable and just jump off like that. Now, being apes, then, they don't have a prehensile tail. Their tail is not prehensile.
They don't have a tail at all.
I see. And so, boys and girls, you see, I have heard, we had our first grandson came along, and he was just desperately interested in this kind of creatures, and he learned all about them, and a group from his church went with them, and they were going along in a zoo, and people were all talking about those beautiful monkeys up there, and he was 4 years old, and this little boy said, "Oh, they can't be monkeys, they don't have tails, they must be baboons." And everyone said, "Yes, well, okay, Jimmy, we'll go along with that." So isn't that neat that, boys and girls, we can learn about these creatures and see about them like this? And so this is fun for them to swing back and forth. They're enjoying that.
Yes, they are enjoying it. They're actually watching us, is what they're doing.
And so they are curious about us being here, and so they're assuring us of this. Now, the thing we see hanging down, this what we call an enhancement that they play with.
This is actually what we would call it enrichment. It's just, since they brachiate, we need to give them a way that they can locomote around the island. So this is that. Enrichment is actually something that we give them more on a daily basis to occupy their minds.
And so this would be something they could play with so they wouldn't get bored. Boys and girls, this has been a fascinating time for me to learn about this creature. So Ranger Jim is always saying, don't forget to tell Jesus that you love him, because he really does love you.
Oh, hi, boys and girls. I'm kind of busy.
Uncle Buddy, what are you doing?
I'm cleaning out my wallet. Do you know what a wallet is? It's something that folds, and men carry some of the things that are very valuable to them in it. Do you know what the most valuable thing in this wallet is? A 20? Where'd I get that? How about you, Kiara? Is there anything in here you think is real valuable to me? Oh, my sub-club membership card. I like that club. When I'm hungry, I use this. But those aren't the most valuable things to me. Let me show you the thing that's most precious to me. Can you see it? Can you see it? This is a picture of my kids. There's Adam Gibson, Hannah Grace, Brandon Robert Kyle, and Jared Kurt. They, along with my wife Tina, are the most valuable things in my life. Boys and girls, if Jesus has a wallet, I know your picture's in it. You're the most valuable thing to him. You are his precious jewels.
Heaven's gonna be a place filled with precious jewels, with diamonds and diamonds and rubies and pearls. But there will be some special jewels made by God above, and
Welcome, boys and girls, to Learning Time. Hey, have you ever wondered how airplanes can fly and stay in the air? Have you ever wondered that? Yeah. Today's experiment has to do with all of that. Now, we have 6 volunteers up here, and they're going to help us with this experiment. Now, this is a great one that you can do at home. For this experiment, all you need is to get a funnel. Do you have your funnels? Oh yeah, we've got our funnels, and we're going to need one of these balls. Can you think about what this ball is? What kind of a ball is that?
A ping pong ball.
It's a ping pong ball. I love to play ping pong. Now, all they have to do for this experiment is to take this ball. It's really light. It has air in it. And all they have to do, I'm going to put it in their funnel, and then they're going to blow the ball clear out of the funnel. Do you think they can do that? Yeah. Well, let's find out. It's real light, it goes up in the air, and let's try this one right here. Put it right over your mouth and blow that right out and see if we can do that. Having a little trouble here. And let's try yours over here. Go ahead and blow that out for us and blow it out maybe a little harder. Let's try this one over here. We're going to put that in there and blow that right out. Yeah, hey, they're doing great. How are you doing at home? Are you doing okay with this? Hey, we're having a little trouble here. Go ahead and try that one and blow that right out. That's it, a little harder. And here we go. We got another one right there. Blow that thing clear out up to the ceiling. Come on, give them some encouragement. Come on, help them. Put that, let's go. Come on, help them. Let's go and blow that thing right out. Whoa. You know what? I think we have a problem here. Do you know what the problem is? When you blow real hard, there's some low air pressure coming in, and the low air pressure creates a problem for us. The high air pressure pushes that ball down. That's what happens to wings on airplanes and birds. The top of the wing has very, very low air pressure, and you know what? The high air pressure lifts the wing, and it lifts the airplane in the air. It lifts our birds into the air, and things can fly. You know, that is so neat. And remember, every time we learn something new about science, we're learning something about our Creator, God.
God! How could they so soon forget the wonderful things that you have done for them? Do they not realize how sad they make you when they worship other gods? Oh, you startled me. I thought I was alone. You want to know what is wrong? How thoughtful of you. Come close, my children, and I will share my sad story with you. You see, not long ago, God called me, Moses, to lead his people out of slavery. They had been slaves in Egypt for a long time. They were so used to being told what to do that they even forgot about God and worshiped the gods of wood and stone in Egypt. These gods were not alive and could not help them. See this stone? You pray to a stone, it would not give you food. Would it make you well if you were sick? Would it make you good inside if you asked it to? No. It's only a stone and nothing more. The people of Israel were so used to asking these idols made of stone to help them that they have forgotten that it is only the great God in heaven who helps them. So God decided to give them his laws to help them, to remember that it is he alone that can help them. He called me into the mountaintop to meet with him. He wrote his laws on 2 tables of stone, and he did it with his own finger. I know, because I saw him do it. I felt his love as I watched him write the 10 Commandments. He told me that if we kept all his laws, they would protect us from the enemy of God and keep us close to him. I could hardly wait to share these wonderful laws with all God's children. Then God told me, that I must hurry and go back to the camp, for there was trouble going on down there. I hurried back as fast as I could. When I reached the camp, I could not believe what I saw. There, the children of Israel were dancing around the golden calf that can't hear or see. They were worshiping this dumb calf. I became so angry that I threw the tables of stone that God had written all the 10 Commandments on, and they broke into pieces. The people stopped dancing around the golden calf that could not see or hear anything. My brother Aaron tried to tell me that the people made him do it, and he just threw the gold into the fire, and a calf came out. But that was not true, and Aaron and the people knew that was not true either. All the people were very quiet because they had disobeyed God by worshiping the golden calf. They wondered what would happen next. The children of Israel watched as I had the idol thrown into the fire and ground into powder. They gasped as I had the powder thrown into the stream. Then I ordered all the people to drink the water so that they would know how useless this idol was. I wanted them to remember that this was just an idol that could not see or hear or help them. Oh, how sad it makes God to see us worship other gods. It makes me sad too. I hope that you will learn something from this sad experience too. There is only one true God, and that is the great and awesome God in heaven who sees and hears and helps us. He is the only God we are to worship. Well, I'm so glad that you stopped by. I must be going, for God has called me back up in the mountain. I love spending time alone with God. He likes it when you spend time praying to Him too. Goodbye, my friends.
Come and join the reapers, all the kingdom seekers, laying down your life to find it in the end. Come and join the harvest, help to light the darkness, for the Lord is calling faithful men. Come and join the reapers, all the kingdom seekers, laying down your life to find it in the end. Come and join the harvest, help to light the darkness, for the Lord is calling faithful men. For the Lord is calling faithful men.
Hi, boys and girls. I have so many letters I want to share with you today. This one is an email, and it is from a girl. Her name is Nafisa. And if I don't pronounce your name right, boys and girls, can you just give me a little note when you send me a letter and give me a little hint on how to pronounce it correctly, okay? But this one says, Dear Miss Brenda, my name is Nafisa, and I'm 6 years old, and I come from the state of Meghalaya, which is in the northeastern part of India. I love kids' time, especially the praise time. I would love to sing for Jesus like the kids in your program. And could you please send me a kids' time activity book? I would love to have one. Love, Nafisa. Well, thank you, Nafisa, for your letter. I appreciate that. I love emails too, boys and girls. This letter is a real pretty envelope. I like this one. It says, Dear Miss Brenda, I watch your show, Kids Time, every morning at 5 a.m. here in the Philippines with my mother before I go to school. It says, your show is beautiful because I learn many things, and I like your animal show, cooking time, Bible heroes, and reading letters. Please send me your free activity book and some of Katie's recipes. I love to watch her cook. Sincerely, Raphael. Well, Raphael, I'd love to send you some. You know, Katie has a new cookbook that you will be able to write to at 3ABN for, and it's absolutely beautiful, and all Katie's recipes are in that cookbook. And it's just the Kids Time cookbook. This one is from Antelope, California, from Ellie. And Ellie has written, oh, isn't this adorable? Ellie has drawn a picture, and she just puts me, and I'm not sure what that says, but it's got Kids Time flags all over it. So she's got herself here at Kids Time. So that was a nice picture. Thank you for that. Well, right now, I want to go to Richmond, Virginia. I was recently there and visited some boys and girls there, and they love Jesus so much, and they prepared a song that they'd like to share with you, and that's how they'll share Jesus with you today.
Wonderful book of God's people, wonderful book of God's word, and a Bible pages passed down through the ages, the voice of God is heard. Oh, wonderful book of God's people, wonderful book of God's word, and a God full of treasure. Let's all learn together what Bible people heard. That God calls them, and God calls them. The Old Testament shows what God requires, with poetry, stories, and law. The New Testament tells of Jesus, the way, the truth, the life He taught. Oh, wonderful book of God's people, wonderful book of God's word. In the Bible pages passed down through the ages, the voice of God is heard. Oh, wonderful book of God's people, wonderful book of God's words. A book full of treasure. Let's all learn together what Bible people heard. That God calls them, and God calls them.
Thank you, kids. I love singing for Jesus, and that was a beautiful song. Thank you so much. Well, I'd like to read a letter to you now from Albina, and Albina is from Rogers, Minnesota. And this is a picture of Albina. It says, Dear Miss Brenda, I am 9 years old, but I'm going to be 10 soon, and I love Kids Time. It said, I share Jesus by praying with my sisters every day when they want me to, and I love Jesus and God so much, and I want to go to heaven so bad, and I know Jesus and God is waiting for me. Love, Albina. Well, you know what, Albina? Jesus is waiting for us to go to heaven. And you know what? I can't wait to go to heaven. I'm homesick for heaven, aren't you? Well, boys and girls, I have a letter here from Sierra, and she is from Rockland, California. And she says, Dear Miss Brenda, my name is Sierra, and I'm 12 years old. I am interested in joining Kids Club. When I was 2, I knew almost every Bible story by heart, but now I know almost none. Please send me some Bible stories so I can read and remember. Love, Sierra. You know, Sierra, I'm going to do just that. And when you enroll in Kids Club, boys and girls, you do learn more about Jesus. Well, right now, I want to hear from Seth down in Collegedale, Tennessee. He's going to tell us what he does to share Jesus.
Hi, Miss Brenda. This is Seth from Collegedale, Tennessee, and I'm 11 years old, and this is one of the ways that I share Jesus. During the Iraq War, I wrote to the soldiers telling them that I was praying for them and hope they come home soon.
Well, you know what, Seth? That was a wonderful way to share Jesus. And maybe some of you boys and girls can also write to some soldiers and tell them Jesus loves them, because they need that kind of encouragement, don't they? Well, I have time for maybe a quick email here. It says, Dear Miss Brenda, my children and I watch Kids Time as part of a homeschool activity. I think it's great how you allow the Lord to have you witness to all ages. My 21-month-old son loves Kids Time. I was wondering if you'd send my daughter Cheyenne the Bible studies and the book. Here is our address, and she's writing from West Jordan, Utah. It says, I want to especially thank Katie, your niece, for those great recipes, and I would love any recipes you could send us. Thank you so much, Miss Brenda, for Kids Time. Your sister in Christ, Raquel. Well, thank you so much for your letter, and yes, we'll get some recipes out to you, and Katie's cookbook is coming out soon, too. Well, that's all the time we have today, boys and girls. Remember, it's Kids Time to share Jesus.
$100. You know,